In this video, we're going to do a very quick walkthrough of the Keyword Organizer user interface. So we're going to go pretty fast in this one, and if you want a more in-depth description of a particular process, then please have a look at our other videos or get in touch with us via the contact form. Now, since doing SEO often means starting at the Google Keyword tool, that's where we're going to start. So as soon as you get to the Google Keyword tool, you want to actually sign in. If you don't have a Google account, you should create one because it's much easier to get data out of Google if you're actually signed in when you use their keyword tool. Okay, so as in the demo video, let's assume that I'm making a low-carb diet website, and I'll type the phrase carb-free diet into the Google Keyword tool so I can get some keyword ideas for their website. And now I want to download these keywords, but before I do that, let's take a minute to verify that I'm getting all the data I need. So first off, you might want to make sure you have the right type of keyword data selected. You've got the option to select broad, phrase, and exact match data here. We're not going to describe these options in this video, but for content creation, people tend to use exact match data. But you might just want to check all three. Okay, next, if you're not in the USA, then you might want to make sure that you're using the Google Keyword tool with your display language set to English. This won't change your actual keyword data. It just changes the language of Google's interface. So there are 29 languages for the Google Keyword tool, and we do try to read them all. So you might not have to do this step, but 29 languages is a lot to keep track of. So to avoid any possible mistakes, you may just want to always use English mode. Okay, so now let's download our CSV file and start up Keyword Organizer. Now, the first thing you see when you start up the software is what's called the splash screen. So if you've just purchased Keyword Organizer, then you want to log in with your email address. This would be the email address that appears on your actual Keyword Organizer receipt email. So you simply type that email address in here. If you don't log in, then you can't save your work. Now, when new versions of Keyword Organizer are available, you see a little note here telling you to download the new version. Every time you start Keyword Organizer, it will check to see if there's a new version ready. Okay, so when you just get started learning Keyword Organizer, you might just want to play with the demo file. So you can start that up by just clicking Sample Project here, and this will just load a fake diet website. So the purpose of this file is just to give you some immediate data to experiment with so you can familiarize yourself with the software. So now let's go ahead and bring in the CSV file that we downloaded at the beginning of this video. So to do that, I'll just check import and I can drag and drop the CSV file into this blue drop zone here. And the app will tell me how many keywords I've added to our existing project. Okay, so I added a few keywords to our project. So I can click close and let's take a look at our keyword grid. Now, as explained in the other videos, every keyword in Keyword Organizer is either on the white list, the gray list, or the black list. The whitelist means you want to use your keyword on your website. The blacklist means this keyword should not be used. And the gray list means you haven't decided yet. Now, the entire topmost row of the keyword grid is all just a series of filters. So, for example, if I click on the white swatch here, then I can filter my grid so that I can only see keywords that are on the whitelist. In the next column, the keyword column, if I type a word here like low-carb snacks, then I can only see keywords that contain these words, low-carb snacks. If I type greater than 500 in the global monthly search volume column, then I can only see keywords that are on the whitelist and contain the word low carb snacks and have a search volume of more than 500 searches per month, and so on and so on. Each little gray box here simply filters the column under it. Now, it's important to note this article column here. Ultimately, as an SEO guy, your goal is to assign keywords to content articles on the website. And so we can see that these keywords are currently assigned to this best low carb snacks article. So the article column is an important column to keep in mind. Now, if you ever want to select which columns you're viewing at any given time, you can just click on settings and then application settings. And then you have some checkboxes here where you can decide which columns you want to show or hide. Now, if you right click on a column header, then this little help window will pop up, and it has several utilities for the column. You can sort columns from low to high or high to low, and you can hide the columns by clicking the eye icon, etc., etc. There's also a little paragraph of text which is designed to help you and try to show you what this particular column of data is used for. And there's some search tips that are pretty useful here at the bottom. Now, you can change the width of the columns by simply dragging the little gray line, and you can change the column order by dragging the column header itself. At the bottom here, there's a very useful number which will always tell you how many keywords are in your current view and how many keywords you have in your entire project. Also, there's a little black squiggle icon to the left of each keyword. If you click this icon, then Keyword Organizer should just start your default web browser, and it'll type this word into Google for you. If you want to copy a batch of keywords to a text document or email, then you can just select the keywords you want and press Ctrl+C. This will just place the keywords into the Windows clipboard, and you can paste them wherever you want. Now you can make your grid bigger or smaller by simply dragging these vertical gray dividers. You can move this middle panel around by dragging your mouse over this top grip strip, or by simply dragging from any white area in the panel. If you want to collapse the other panels, then just click the plus or minus icons here on top. Now when it comes time to start assigning keywords to articles, you can do that by clicking the keyword with your mouse, then pressing Control on your keyboard and dragging the keyword over to an article in the article tree. That's one way to do it. A faster way to do it is just to use Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V on your keyboard. So you'll just select the keywords you want, press Ctrl+C, and then select the article you want and press Ctrl+V, and you just copy and paste the keyword into the article. In the article tree, you can also drag articles around with your mouse. If I want to move an article from one category to another, I can just drag and drop. Now, if I want to move a keyword to a different article, you can drag and drop that too, or even easier, I can just select the keywords I want to move and press Ctrl+X on my keyboard, and then highlight the article I want to drop the keywords into and press Ctrl+V. Just cut and paste. Now these numbers here on the right reflect the exact match global monthly search volume. The blue number is just a summation of all the numbers in the article. And it's useful to have these numbers here because it's important to get the high volume keywords into your article content in one form or another. So that's why the keywords here are sorted from high to low. When I hold down my mouse button over individual keyword phrases, I can see that the keyword's location in the article content will highlight. The color black here means that the word doesn't appear in the article content. Orange means that the individual word is in the content, and green means that the entire keyword phrase appears in the content in total. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this very quick walkthrough of the Keyword Organizer user interface, and I hope you check out the rest of our videos on the homepage at keywordorganizer.org.